Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you all are good. So today here we are back with a new video on our AutoCAD Mastery, and this video is going to be on annotations modifications. So let's jump into AutoCAD, and this is the sample drawing that we have here with us. And what we are going to see here is we are going to see different elements and different annotation elements that we can use to draft this. And AutoCAD is more of a manual software than the automated one, but again I have been covering many automated tools to make your life easier. Why? Because my core is Revit, but again at the initial start of the project as well as in between there are stages where we are being forced to use AutoCAD. So if AutoCAD is not handy, if you are unfamiliar with lot of things, it becomes very difficult. So there has to be a strong combination of Revit, AutoCAD and Naviswork. Apart from that, I am going to cover some of the other videos on other softwares as well, which we will discuss later. So here we are, and I am in annotations tab, and let us say that I want to give a name to this view. So how we'll do that? We can make use of multiple text here. So this multi-line text comes up with a feature where you can give sentences in points as well as in bullet points. So how we'll do that? Consider that here I need to add two different lines and just one single text. So how I'll do that? First of all, I have clicked here, and then I need to define in the box, and I have to give a name to this. Let us say 6-hole rectangular gasket. 6-hole rectangular gasket. And as you can see here, this was going in the other line. So what we have done, we have simply extended the width of this one so that it comes in one line. You select the entire element and you say that let this be 0.4. Again, this will be somewhat bigger. You just drag drop this, and now here I need to write the scaling information. So for that, you set this to 0.2, and once it's done, just mention here scale 1:100. So the arrangement of this one has to be at the center, and now you can see here that this text isn't coming at the center of this figure. So just drag drop and place it here. Once that is done, you are set with the naming, the view naming. But again, I feel as if something is wrong here. The text size looks still bigger, so you change this to 0.2 and make sure that this is underlined. So now you can understand and you can see the difference between the view title as well as the scale. So the reason why we were able to do this, because we took the option of multi-line. All right, so the next thing is that what if we want to write a note here that has to be in different bullets? So for that purpose, what we will do, so here we will just copy some of the text, and what we'll do here, again we'll go to the multi-line text, and then this is a place where I want my multi-line to be coming in. So here you can write, or else you can just arrange this a bit. As of now, let this be, just arrange this so that this looks proper, and the new point starts from the new line. Once this is done, just a minute. So what we'll be doing here is we will give bullet points to it, and we will give a heading as well. So this is a feature of a multi-line. This is what you can do with the multi-line, but the same feature you will not get for this thing. And the reason why I have extended the width of this one is because if I don't do this, what will happen when I select the option of bullet points, that bullet point will be given to the other line segments as well. So you can write here instructions cascade instructions. Okay, after that what you do, you select all the points, and when you come to this bulleting, you can decide how it has to be. It has to be numbered. Yes, it has to be numbered. So if it has to be numbered, then you simply erase this as of now, and you give spacing between these lines here. And once that is done, let me just delete this and bring this here, and now you give spacing. All right, let us take this over here, and once everything is set, select, or else you can press Ctrl A, and then you can give the numbering. So here at this point it will be fine. So what you can do now, you can write here instructions. All right, this is done. So this is how you will be making use of multi-line text for giving the view title, as well as if there are any instructions associated with it. Consider that, I mean, now here there are no dimensions. What if you want to give dimensions here? You can simply take this, and once you come here, you will get the marking here. With the help of that one, you will take this, as well as here this is a circle. So you can clearly see that it has identified that this is the circular geometry, and then you can place this over here. Okay, so now, I mean, I am just covering up how you can give the annotations. And what if you want to give a text here, and that text should be covering up this line? Okay, is there any feature where you can do that? Again you can do that. You can simply place the text here, and we'll say that rubber gasket here. Okay, and once we do that, you can see here that I can still see the lines which are behind. But what if I don't want to see the line? You can go inside, and once you go inside, you can enable this masking. And when you enable this masking, what you can do, you can turn this feature on, use background color, and once you do that, see what has happened. The lines which were behind, these lines are erased, and this text is having this text has created a mask which is covering the lines which were behind. Okay, this is one feature. And the second one is, what if you want to add leaders? Okay, so for adding the leader also, you will get the option here. And for example, if I want to tag this here, okay, if I want to tag this here, I can simply go over there, and then I can say that this is 0.5 inches type of 6 holes. I can do that with the help of the leader. And what if I want to do something else? What if I want to add a leader here? I can simply select this, and then I can add a leader. Even this option you get, you can tag everything, and then you can just mention this as that these are the 0.5 inches type of 6 holes. This is one thing. Second is what if there comes a scenario where you want to remove the leader. This is how you can do. You will simply select the leader, and then you can press space bar, and the leader will be removed. All right, so this is also another feature that Revit provides you. And next, what if we what we'll do is, we'll just move this instructions to right. Let us move this instructions to right. I will select this, and then I'll say that move this on to right. And if you want this to move in a straight line, you can do that by pressing F8. And consider that here we have a scenario where there are multi leaders, and these multi leaders are not in one line. They are in somewhat, the alignment is different. Okay, so first we'll add another leader here, and we will turn off F8, which says alignment, and we'll write here gasket thickness. Okay, we'll write gasket thickness, and see here what is happening here. These leaders are not in one line. Okay, so what you can do, you can select the leader, and then you can select and say that align. Okay, so now I want this multi leader to be aligned with this one, so I am selecting this, and once I do that, I get the reference line here. Okay, so now you can turn on F8, and with the help of that one, what we can do, we can align all the leaders in one line. Okay, this is one feature. Second is, what if you want leader first, what if you want leader first and you want text afterwards? All right, so what you can do here, you can simply select the option of multi leader, and then you can do right click, and after you do right click, you can say pre-enter text. Okay, so you define a text first, and let us say that we'll write here gasket thickness again. And once we do that, now what will happen here, you are setting up the text first, and then we'll do that again. So repeat M later. At this time I will say pre-enter text first. Okay, I will write here gasket thickness again, and once I do that, I will close editor, and then I need to decide where this will be. Okay, so I'll say that this has to be here on top. Now I'll turn on this F8, and here I get the option to set this one. So similarly, what you can do is, again, you can do right click, and you can decide the leader as well first. What if, see this, I am defining the leader first. I'll do that again. Let us go to repeat leader, and then here leader arrowhead first, and from here we'll do that again. We'll go to repeat M leader, and then leader landing first. Okay, so here we have defined that, and then we can write here 0.5 inches type of 6 holes. Even we can do this, we can decide whether leader will be coming first or the text will be coming first. Apart from this, what else do we have? So this is the basic, very basic drafting annotation skills which I wanted to cover. Why? Because what happens is, many of us are not aware with the feature of this multi-leader and how to use it. So what we do, we come up with a manual method of taking in a line, drawing the arrow manually, and then filling it up with the hatch. Again, a very bad practice. So AutoCAD also covers up all these automated features. So let us keep this video short as of now, and we'll meet with another tutorial on this AutoCAD, and let us rise and shine together. Thank you.